So I'm live right now. Copy link. Yeah, G, what's up? Once you are here, say hi or something so that I know you are like you start joining. Okay, so people are joining in. Okay. Let me just wait for like 2 to 3 minutes so people start joining in if they have a delay. And yep, hi user. What's your name? Griyashka maybe. Hi. Hi Stevie. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So on BTC we have a like upside move and then we have without a rejection on here. But still, I'm just waiting for like a couple of minutes so people can join in. Hey Saso, hey bye, and welcome to the stream. And yep, maybe it's the best time to stream like the New York opening and all the activity happening in the market. And also it's the best time for Europe and maybe Middle East also. So yep, we are like starting the update, stream update. Yesterday we were around like $69,000 maybe. Yep, yep, we were around $69,000 and we pumped toward like $71,000 and we just tapped this red zone. This red zone is the POC on my chart. If you don't know what's POC, POC is like the point of control. If you have like this, let me just open a clear chart. Yep, this is a clear chart. This is the fixed range volume profile. This shows this will go to a lower side. Yep. So let me just clear it up. This is volume profile. So this upper line is VAH, which is value area high. So this shows the activity in the range. Where we have the value area high shows the higher activity, like where we have the activity in the range on the highest point, and this is the lowest point of the range. And this POC is the most active part of the zone. Like let's say if we have like let me just open Epic Pen. I have Epic Pen here, so I can like draw something on the charts. Just wait a minute. Yep. So if you have a look at this one, let's say we have $100 of like you can say $100 traded in this range, in this whole range, and let's say $20 are traded here, $20 are traded here. Then rest of the $80 are traded, not 80, it's 60 $60 are traded here. So that's how you count POC. So like most of the volume in the range is traded in this box. So like if I just made the box, it will be something like this. Let's say this zone. This is what POC look like. And if you have a look at this, like the bars, if you have a look at the bars, let me just clear everything up and I will just show you the bars. If you have a look at the bars are like somewhere we have like a big bars, and then we have a gap, and then we have some big bars, then we have a gap. This is a gap where we have some you can call it lack of like liquidity or lack of bars there. This is known as a gap, and we just pass through it. Well, let's say if the market comes to this zone, the market will not like move sideways. It will move suddenly to the upper side, which is VH. And once the market get rejected from VH, it will move suddenly to the POC, just because it's not on there's no volume over here. You can see we claim POC, we just pump toward the upper side. We rejected, we just dump to the lower side, and again happening we claim POC, and then we are just pumping to the upper side. That's how you like calculate it, and that's how you just manage it. And yep, so that's how you conclude the POC, VH, and the like the fixed volume profile range. There are two type of volume profiles. There are fixed volume profile and anchored volume profile. Anchored is like you just calculate it like from, let's say, from here, and it will count everything that after this. So let's say I calculated it after like 17 Jan. So from 17 Jan to 9 March or 10 March, it will calculate everything. But let's say fixed range will calculate that like the fixed time, let's say from 20th Feb to like 20th March or like 10th March, whatever you time, whatever the date is. So that's how you can calculate it. So if you want to calculate like the February month from like 1st Feb to like 28th Feb, you can use fixed volume profile, and if you want to use on the overall chart, then you can use anchored volume profile. Both are like the same, there's no difference on the like overall usage. So that's how you use it. So I have used my fib sorry, not fib, fixed volume profile from like 9th February to 9th March. So you can see we are getting, we claimed POC, and then we are getting directly from VH. Like VH is the zone on the upper side, and you can see we are getting directly from VH. So now we have not New York opening right now at the moment we are speaking. And yep, so we will, if we, let's say we claim this zone like this zone, if we claim this zone, then we will move to the upper side, and we may retest this one like 72,000 or $72,200. But let's say if we just break this one, and we don't see any sort of upside or up momentum on this one, then we will just dump toward the lower side, and some zones that we have on chart are like POC at $68,000. Then we have this liquidity zone at like $65,800, and then we have a big zone at VAL around $63,800. So I got a question earlier that if we want to short, where we can short. I will show on this chart. If you want to short, you can short around $71,000 at this point, the highs. If we get again chance again this point around here, and your stop loss will be like $74,000, maybe as $74,400, and you can target around $63,000, the area of VH, the sorry VL, the value area low. So you can target this $63,868 around this zone, and you will get a range of sorry, not the range, that is to a ratio of 2.54. So that's how, why I am saying that you can short it. I will just mark it up for you. You can see we have this resistance over here, and we have some deviation over here. You can see we have a deviation. Deviation is something basically we draw out of range, we just trap some liquidity, and then we pump back into range or dump back into range depending on chart. And if I just invert my chart, you can see, if I just invert my chart, you will see, yep, it makes sense. Just because we, let's say this is a support, this is support zone like $71,000 and 63, this is inverse chart, and you will say like the price BTC dump to a like this zone, and then we start pumping toward the upper side again, dump and then pump again, we dump, take the liquidity, low liquidity, and then we pump back again. Now we are dumping, and now we can pump back again. So if I again reverse my chart, you can see, so we are almost right. I am not saying like we are 100% right, we are almost right. If we see some reaction, you can take a shot, and stop loss would be like these, and depend on you, you can take this shot, depend on bearish reaction. You should wait for bearish reaction here. And also one thing I have noticed over here is that we have some golden pockets over here. At this point we have golden pocket, and if we rotate by this, then we have a golden pocket over here. So we have two golden pockets. If you want to take a swing trade, then you can take entry 1 here, entry 2 here, and if you are like let's say my analysis is that we will go to $58,200 in like upcoming 2 months or maybe 1 month depending on the chart. And so you can take one entry at like the $71,000, and second entry around $74,000 on this golden pocket, and so your average will be like around $73,000 or $72,800, and your SL can be like up something like this. So you get a like swing shot, depend on you how you can trade it. But if you are scalping, then just skip it. Then we are in Ethereum, we have TP1 done. I haven't updated yet, so if you have TP1 done on Ethereum, just book it. Move stop loss to entry, I will share in the afterwards. and that's how it's done. So it's not like, yep, this is my chart. So yep, you can see we are dumping from here, so we have no zone over here, but we can do it towards $67,000 after New York settle down. So we have a question: volume shown on all exchanges to find. Nope. So this is like the Binance one, and this is on the Bybit one, and so it depends on which chart you have opened. It's not on all exchanges. It's on the exchange you have opened. So Binance one is at around $71,190, and on Bybit it's around $71,111. So it's a difference, a little bit difference, but it's almost the same. Depends. After yep, I have got a chart request from, it's what's name, Rafael or Rafael. I am sorry if I am pronouncing it wrong. I will go towards this. It's area USDT. I will just, oh, it's top gainer coin maybe. Yep, it's on KuCoin. Let me just see. KuCoin, Maxi, Bindex, and some other exchanges also. Okay, so you can see a double bottom here. Firstly, it's a double bottom, and the RSI is okay. RSI not that much good. And if you have a TPO here, let me just open TPO on the 1 weekly time frame. Sorry, 1 week. On the 1 week time frame, we have some POC here. POC at this point. I'm just marking some levels on the chart. After that, I will analyze it. And we have a POC at this point. Okay. At this point, and after that, we have a POC around 0.16. Okay, so it's a big gap around here. You can also give your charts or like your coins if you want to analyze, or if you are stuck in any position, we will analyze it here. This is the purpose of the stream, so you all get some sort of analysis, or you can learn it, or whatever you can earn it or learn it, whatever you say it. So this is the chart on area USDT. We have no big zone. I'm sorry, we have no big zone around this gap here. So if you are going to short, I say it's a risky one based on higher time frame. But if you don't lower time frame, let me just open a 4 hour time frame. The internet is a little bit laggy on my side. Just give me 2 minutes. It will start maybe. Let me refresh. Is the stream okay? Yeah, you guys can like the moves are okay. Just because my internet is a little bit slow right now. Let me open it somewhere around here. Area USDT. Yep, it's now open. And you can see on 4 hour time frame we have just one candle here, and previously we have just a sweep, like a massive fallback, so massive drop down. So we don't have any zone here, so I would say it's a little bit risky. Don't try to short here. Wait for either this zone or either this zone to break toward the lower side, then you can wait for like shorts. Don't try to short here over here. That's my opinion. Where are you based? I am from Asia, Southeastern Asia, somewhere around Middle East. So yeah. Also, we have long Google. That's a big one. We are up around maybe 2%. Yep, 2.4%. That's a big one. And Ethereum is down around from 2068. It's down around 2.8. But at TP1, it's down to 1.76. Let me trim my SL2 entry. Just wait a minute. I will trim my SL2 entry. After that, I will give you some scalps if we have some. So on Ethereum, we have gained around, what is the percentage of PNL? Let me see. It's around 91%. Oh, GG's. It's a good one. 91%. Let me just share the PNL also with you guys. Bluffing. I'm on my second screen, so maybe it's not visible to you guys, but I will copy the PNL and will show you over here. Yep, you can see it's 92% of the PNL. We entered from 2067. I had set from 2068, but yep, it's a little bit of a gap. And we have around market value around 2029. So it's 92%. GG's to everyone who entered, and trim your SL to entry. We are booking some profits on live stream. Love to hear that. Share some profits in the profit channel. Meanwhile, we will switch toward Ethereum analysis now. So Ethereum USDT, let me just open a new chart over here on Ethereum. So Ethereum is just ranging again, and we are just dumping from this zone. Yesterday I said you can short from like maybe $2070, and yep, we didn't touch 2070 maybe. Yeah, we touched 20, okay, 2074, so it's okay. Maybe we get second entry. Yep, we will get second entry on Ethereum. Maybe, but if you missed, let me know how many of you missed. I will give a new trade on Ethereum if you missed it. So that I will like enter some margin, and I will take some risk also with you guys if you guys missed it. And on Ethereum, we have some analysis over here. Like we have a this zone around 2080, like our first entry, and 2120 is around somewhere around here. 2120 is around somewhere around here. Yep. So this is your second entry maybe, and yep, I'm expecting somewhere around 1900. So 1900 is around this zone. Let me just mark it around this zone. So yep, we can go to a lower side. And I was talking about the say another trade on Ethereum. So you can open a trade on Ethereum around, let's say, wait for it, and after that, once in your volume settles down, like let's say once your volume settles down, then you can open a short at $2042 or like $2044. I'm sorry. Place your stop loss around today's highs, and your TPS would be around $1965. This would be a trade here. If you see a rejection over here, you can enter it. Enter over here. That's the trade. I will say you guys can take if you missed it. But if you're still in the previous trade, then I will say just don't take it. This is the trade. But wait for the closing of 1 hour time frame and let the new volume settle down. Just because we have some new volume increase, and I will say wait it. Or let me just open on my week's exchange. Just because I entered on Bluffin, my first trade was on Bluffin, so I will enter on it weeks with 0.1% margin, so that I don't lose my previous profits and also don't lose on this one. 17 minutes on close, so better to wait for it. And yep, that's the analysis on Ethereum. I would say if we claim this one, let's say if we claim 2070, then we can go toward the upper side, but still, if we don't claim, then we are ready to go toward the lower side. I think Ethereum is bearish. Also, one of the charts for Ethereum is Ethereum BTC. Let me open it, Ethereum BTC here. You can see we are just moving sideways on this one, on the daily time frame. You can see this is how Ethereum moves. You can see we just this was like let's say this was a bull run. You can see the bull run on Ethereum, and then we start like dumping this is how Ethereum dumps. First consolidate to the upper side, and then we dump. Like you can see consolidation, then dump, then consolidation, then dump, then consolidation, then dump, and now we are consolidating again. And once we are in let's say what do we call it, the dump, the distribution phase or the dump phase, you can see we don't form like the higher high. You can see we form asymmetrical type of triangle, like we don't go above this trend line. That's how you go. I noticed that you use bluffing a lot. I don't use bluffing a lot. I use Bybit a lot. I don't use bluffing a lot. You see bluffing just because I share PNLs of those, but I use Bybit a lot and Weeks a lot. I didn't open trade on weeks just because I had some margin transfer on weeks, so I opened on Bluffin. Depends. If my funds are already on, let's say Bluffin, I use Bluffin. Otherwise, it's weeks. Otherwise, it's Bybit. That's why I don't open a copy trading. Just because I am trading on like different exchanges, I don't know. Like let's say next trade is of let's say BTC. I don't know if I will take it on Bluffin or not. And then we have USDT chart. You can see we marked this zone like we will bounce back upward from here, and we bounce back, and then we have a like rejection on now we are rejecting. Once we break this zone, this like this low 7.49, then we are going to dump back toward the low right now. And low is at 7.0%, 7.04%. What do you think of BTC right now? Possible short? Yep, I gave you a position. Like you can look for rejection over here, like this zone. It's at $71,000. If you see some reaction over here, then you short it and place your SL above like 71,800 or $72,000, like somewhere around here. And your TP would be like this box, like $67,800 or $68,000. That would be a good setup if you want to take it. That's how you trade it. And let me just check some news if we have some news over here. Mhm. We have some silver chart over here. Yep, I got some silver charts. We can trade silver if you want to on live stream. Crypto's the second entry on Ethereum is in at 2077. Yep, it's valid if you want to take it as a swing, but I'm taking it as a swing. I will like let's say my second entry is at 2077 and original second entry is at 2120. I will enter it and move my stop loss to like 2150 and will like take it as a swing one. Like I will go for like 4:1 ratio. But if you are going for scalp, then move your asset to entry and then you can just close it if it comes to here, come to like this one. But if you want to hold and you can bear this 2.38% stop loss with like let's say 50x leverage, it's like around 110 or 120%. So you can do it. Weeks has silver also, so maybe we'll look at silver or some other metals. Yep, it's my personal setup. Yep, yeah, you can short it. Like you can short here, once it comes back here you can short it, and that's how you do it. So it's your personal setup. And if you have a look at this one, once I said like 2044 or 2042 is the zone, so it stopped here, but still we have 12 minutes. Maybe we have some news here. My mobile is giving me some notification. Let me just open X. Yep, so we have a news or related to crypto, not on crypto, but something related to crypto. Let me just show you to guys. It's from Elon Musk that we will have X money soon over the Twitter space or X space. So yep. So this is something like bullish for crypto or like whatever you call it. Let me see if I can paste it on the chart here. No, I can't. So I will show it to you. Like you can see, we have this one. X money is available. Early public access will be launched next month. So it will be massive one, and yep, that's what I can say here. So that's why market is reacting bullish. So this is something bullish. I would say if we have something good on X money, just because everyone is thinking like it is going to be good. But let's say they have some restriction, like they don't include some Europe countries, they don't include some Asian countries. Let's say they don't include like let's say the American restricted country like Iran, like let's say whatever the countries. And so I heard Cuba is also in the restricted countries. But let's say if they add some restriction, then it's not going to be bullish. It going to be a sell the news event on some altcoins or like on the Dodge. Let me see Dodge here. Just because Dodge is somewhat related to Elon Musk. You can see it have pumped around 10% in the lows from the lows since the 1 a.m. on my clock. It's 7 p.m. here. So in around 4 to 5 candles, it have pumped around 10%. This can also give a short opportunity. If you look at this one, we are printing the same type of pattern, like we pump toward the trend line, then we dump, we pump toward the trend line, then we dump, then we pump toward the trend line, then we can dump or we can pump, depend on the reaction here. That's how you recommend. And this is breaking down. So in my opinion, we hit our 1900 TP on Ethereum soon. Maybe like what's the day to today, Tuesday, so we can hit on Thursday maybe. Let me see something if I can find a chart, special chart for you. Like, oh, I was talking about silver. Okay, so we have a silver chart. Oh, here, let me just open it up. This is my some sort of like swing setups. After I give you silver chart, remind me of this one. I will tell you guys what is this. What this tells you, or why this is marked 100 sold 100% of my silver here, and why this was the top. And this same happens on Bitcoin. If you know, in maybe July, November, yep, in November I said I am selling my Bitcoin at one on $9,000, and that was the like the local bottom, local high, sorry, local top, and we haven't witnessed 109 again. So that's what this chart shows. Remind me at the last. Now I will open it here. Let me just open to Ethereum BTC, this chart. So silver, yep. Let me open it up. Maybe on weeks, just because you try trade on weeks, and weeks is a good one, good platform for me. And yep. Give me a minute. I'm just replying on WhatsApp. Okay, so yep, you can see we have this zone over here, this zone over here. We just get rejected from here. Look like BTC. We have a deviation over here, then we have a rejection, and now we are looking at it. Just like BTC, you can see we have a rejection over here, then we have rejection over here, then we have deviation, then now we are looking at it. It's same as BTC. You can short over here around $89, and you can place your SL at around $90. This is a risky one, so go with little margin. I will not post it in the group, and it is like a live stream only trade, and this can be your like the stop loss, and your SL would be like these lows. Right, these lows would be the SL. So you can see we have a good setup over here, nice reward setup, and I'm going to enter it at $89.20, and that at the stop loss would be like $90.44, but enter with like you can say enter with low margin, and stop loss would be like 1 hour close. If let's say the price goes toward the upper side and we don't have 1 hour close to above 90.44, then I will not close it. I will use it as manual SL. So I'm going to enter on weeks. XAG is silver on weeks, and I will show you the PL once I enter. I am running with 30x and 1% margin only at market price. So 1% is okay. Cost, where's the cost? By cost, yeah. Amount to okay. TP would be around $79.55, and Stop loss would be around 90.44. Let me just open it up. Let me just download it for you guys, and you can see we have a silver position opened at live stream. In the live stream at 30s leverage, if this is the entry price, $89.13, a little bit less from the market price. Market price is at 89.25, but still, yep, it's okay. And that's the like position. You can see the time here, 19:53, and on the clock is 19:54. So it's live now, right now. If we break 72K, we can go to 75K. Then from then maybe an even better target for sure. So yep, you can wait, always wait for like the upside move. But if you are going for swing shots, then you don't wait for signal. Sorry, specific target. You just, let's say, enter at 20% here, 10% here, 30% here, and lastly 50%, let's say, at here. So that's how you build up a swing position, and you take TPs on the go. Like, let's say this was your entry one, and after, let's say, after you enter the whole 100%, average your entry is at this point, and last TP is your at this point. So you get a like better entry. This is how you swing trade, not like the setups, scalp, sorry. Do you have different trading approach for metal and crypto? Yep. Like metals are the metal depends on the geopolitics and the countries, but Bitcoin depends on news. A small news on X can change Bitcoin. Like, let's say if BlackRock comes and say we are going to enable Bitcoin staking, we are going to do something that's something bullish, Bitcoin will explode to a $75,000. Like, you can see the newer candle just based on X money, you can see the newer candle is up like 4%. So this is small news and we go up crazy. BTC market and crypto market is like immature one, just because we are at some $1 trillion, but metals and like the gold and silver ones are alone bigger than BTC. So depend. So that's why gold is not dropping right now. Even if we have, like, let's say, even if we have bearish, what do you call bearish SPS opening, or what's a bearish New York opening, even it's going up. It will go up. It will go towards something somewhere around this zone. I expect it to touch this zone at least. This is around $315. So I expect it. You can see it, but still depends on you. We have moved our SL to 29.44 something. What's that per SL? 29 point, no, not 29, 290, 294. Yep. So our SL is at 294 hourly closing. Yep, I remember 294 is at this point. So yeah, it's a good trade. By the way, what's your suggestions for art season? If you guys are holding any art coin for art season, or you who guys have sold everything? Just because in 2025 everyone was holding the art coins, waiting for art season in 2026, February, January 2026. But mm, right now I think everyone have sold their art coins, or either if they are like 90%, 80% down, they are just holding it. I think so. Yep, weeks have Google too. Weeks have Google. I entered on weeks, but like the spread was not that much good, so I entered on HyperX, Hyperliquid after that. But tomorrow tomorrow, not tomorrow, today I watched uh, Google chart on weeks. They got some good like liquidity. Maybe they are piling up the liquidity here. We have Master, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, and all of these like on weeks. We have some good stocks, and also they are with zero fees. If you are going to trade weeks, the stocks on weeks, then you will get zero fees. Sorry, and this is a setup on Farcoin. I shared maybe like a couple of days ago, maybe on weekend, and it haven't tapped the entry, and it's forming the in rounded bottom. So maybe if we don't go above this zone today, then I'm going to cancel it up. just because it have tapped all the TPs without us. Yep, USDT dominance is dropping and BTC is pumping. So maybe we just hold it. We just move it like this. Maybe depend on the reactions. So what happened to our Ethereum? Where is the Ethereum? I said we will watch Ethereum here. Maybe this one. I close the chart maybe. There was the Ethereum chart here. Let me just open it again. Ethereum USDT. Yep, this one. That's why you wait for like you can see. That's why you wait for time closings. You can see it smash toward the SL, and now we're getting rejected from resistance. So you just move the setup toward the upper side, or maybe you just wait for it. Maybe you just wait for it for rejection from here, somewhere around here, or somewhere around here. So you can trade it. So there's no setup on like Ethereum right now. BTC just hit 71.5K. Yep, we just hit. Reaction would be like, let's say if we have a big 1 hour candle on BTC, now we have to wait for it. Let's say if we just start moving sideways, then it's not like bullish. But if we just print a big candle or we have a big volume here, then we can say. But if we just get reject or something like that, then it's not like bullish. You can see this was the candle on Wednesday, and after that we start moving sideways. We tapped the up liquidity, and then we start dumping to the lower side, and we dump crazy. So this time we are set up here, or like we really go up. Depends. It target 2077 filled. Right now I am in swing. Okay, so I am in swing also on Ethereum. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try this as swing also. So my realized PNL is still bigger than the unrealized one, but still, I'm still in. Oh, GG's Google is going crazy. 3%. At 4%, around somewhere around this point, like $312, I will not 312. We have a big week here, maybe around this $3.311. Let me just mark it. $311. I will trim another 25%. We trim 25% at this point. Let me just take it 25, not 25% here, 25% here. So I will move SL toward the entry, and then we will have a clean setup of 4.9%, $4.9. So yeah, that's my chart on Ethereum right now. Let me just pull over this one here so we can see some RSI plus some this one. Also, you can follow me on X. This is my ID, Cryptex guy underscore day or DYOR. If you can like if you want to follow, if we did I did some setups here other than like the group ones. You can see I gave Solana here, like we can get rejected from here, and after that we got rejected and we gave a 4.61% move to the low side. You can follow me on X also. So on if you have a look at this one, so we are not pumping aggressive on spot, but by futures is pumping aggressive. So it's future based move up, like the future ones are pumping crazy. You can see that Coinbase just helped at the start, like at 1915 before the New York opening. So 1930 is at New York opening for me. So 1915 was like a good candle, a good like spot buying. But after that we just stopped, and now it's Binance and Bybit. So these are retailers. So one of you said that how we check if we have retailers or not. So this is how we check it. Let me just move it to the other side, other screen. You can see we have Bybit here. I don't have access to this one. Maybe no, I don't have access to this one on this one. Maybe we have ampan here. Yep. So you can see these are the retailers like Binance Spot and this Bybit1. These are the retailers here. And Coinbase is sitting flat. You can see Coinbase is sitting flat before the New York opening. At New York opening, they bought some just to give some hope to the retailers, and retailers are pumping buying. Before that, retailer was selling. You can see retailer was selling short end and everything. But after that, they started buying. So this is how market tricks you into their trap. You just wait for it to come to you. You can see this happened earlier also. Let me just show you guys. You can see at this point we like pumped. Where is this one? We pumped on spot future, sorry, and spot stay sidelined, and then we start dumping when your volume settles. So this is how it goes. You just wait for it. These are trade. You can see. Let me just uh, like the million ones. So we have a million one spot here, and like $500 or like $200 on the leverage here. 200,000. Yep. So you can see major are like the short liquidations. Like this one is short liquidated at $71,700, and people are forming on the long ones. Shorts are liquidating, longs are forming, and that's how you watch it. 71.5 it dropped up just because there is no spot volume here. You can see spot volume is from retailers buying. Coinbase not buying here. You just wait when this type of when you see this type of stuff, you just wait. Also, you can see there's just one spot buy, and someone bought what $400,000 at 71,700. But rest retails are long, and I expect it will go down. I always go with tight asset and that right in this market. Yep, this market conditions are not good for like scalp with tight asset. Let's say if you choose a tight asset on Ethereum, let's say you entered at this point and you choose what was the tight asset like 1%, 2%, then you got rejected. You got dropped out. But let's say you have to choose a bigger asset like 2%. I would say 2%, 3% asset is a good one if you are targeting 7% move. And you can see we touched this one and we are back in profit on Ethereum just because we and my average entry is 2073 right now, and we are sitting at 2070 right, and I am in 10% profit with 50x leverage. So yeah, that's a good one. Anything new with charts? Maybe not. Do you guys trade on yourselves or not? I like to have at least, yep, you can have like 3 hour with long as also. Let's say you are targeting like 119 or $7, then you can have a 3 hour here around maybe $200 or around like $219. So you can have it. Just depends. You have to wait for it. Like if you're entering here, then your SL would be around here or here something. But if you wait for here, like let's say you wait for here or here, then your SL would be like at the best place. Do you have any another questions or no? All we just look on scabs. On the R side, let me just look at the R side dashboard. 5 minutes. So on RSI we don't have any structure for immediate just because we're pumping. This RSI works when we are in a sideways market. We are right now pumping, so this is not like the best setup. Mhm. No, even road is sideways right now. You can see we have a trend line here, And if we brace 50, then we have a short term short run here. Let me just have a look at the chart of gold. Gold on 5 minutes. This is from yesterday maybe, and no, we are just holding this trend line. So this RSI dashboard works like, let me just show you how it works, so you can see how it works. You can see we are just holding this trend line. Let me just pull it. You can see we are holding this trend line on the RSI one. You don't see the price action, you see RSI first. So we are holding it, and once we break it, let's say the price goes here and this breaks. So we short at this point or this point, and we trade it to the lower side once we have like the extreme downtrend. So that's how you trade the RSI dashboard. I will give you an example with you see here. This is the RSI holding up, and at this point the RSI breaks down. At this point, you take the short as well at the highs. This is the high, and you take the short around. You can get a 2.3 hour setup like this. On 5 minutes, you can see 2.3 hour setup at just the RSI breakdown. So that's how I trade it. So right now it's just holding. So this is not the like best moment for short in. Just because you trade count on trend on the RSI dashboard. So do you still trade high volatile pair? Yep, I still trade, but sometimes like whenever I share it, that's the time I am trading it. Where is this one? I will open it up. Drawing glass. We have RSI dashboard here. RSI heat map. Sorry. Let me just open it on the data. We have RSI heat map over here somewhere around here. Yep, this one RSI heat map. On we will go to 15 minutes, and strong, neutral, and we will be out and top 100. You can see we have no oversold, so we are not long any point. And we have FSLM here, AVAX here, SRP here, and BSV here. So for scalps, we have 4 points. I will check every point. So we have first SRP here. So let me just see SRP USDT here. So yep, you can see we have crazy pump here on 15 time frame. We have our RSI divergence here. Yep, maybe we have find a setup. Maybe, I'm not sure. You can see we have our RSI divergence here. RSI divergence here, and you can short hit if wait for it. Let me just confirm it. And it's on the daily time frame. Okay, so we have a fingerprint here, and previously we have a POC here, VH here. Yep, you can short it here if you want to with 0.1% margin, not like the big margin, and place your TP1 here around here, TP2 around here, and your last TP at POC around this zone. These would be your TPs. You can short it, and yep. And yep, you can also wait for it. If you want to wait, if you want to get confirmation, then wait 2 minutes for the standard closing, and you can short it. This is going to be go down. This will go down. We have some RSI divergence here. Mhm. SRP is nice to short. Yep, SRP is nice to short. You can see we have a single print here. So single print is like the area we can bounce. So You can short it, like you can book TPU here. If you are late, then I would say skip it maybe, just because the SL would be too wide for you. But at this point, somewhere around here, you book TP1. Thanks for sharing this live. Yep, we will be live. Like tomorrow, I will not live. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And on Thursday, I will be live again. And after that, maybe on Saturday. Saturday is boring, so let's do Sunday maybe, or like Friday. Maybe like 3 to 4 days a week. And we are live for 50 minutes. Wow, time passes too quickly. I don't get it. So after that, we have AVAX, XLM, and BSV. Let's check those also. I have running out of charts here. We have Ethereum, we have Filecoin, we have Bitcoin. Let me just open AVAX here. No, AVAX gave a wick. So once you get this wick on the same candle, then you just skip it. I just skip it. And if you just have a look at this like this, like this, so I will skip it just because it's like giving wicks. And if you place SL above the wicks, you don't get a good SL, good trade. Like the market will open, the candle will open and it will go toward the toward to fill the wicks. But on the XRP, you can see we have a wick, but we have a downside also. But on AVAX, we don't have any downside. We just wait here, or we just skip it. AVAX is not on my side, so I will go to XLM. XLM is also like the XRP chart, but divergence is too big. You can see the divergence is too big and too steep. So in my opinion, just stick to SRP right now. This one, and if you want tap, anyone took it? I will share my like the PNL after words in the live stream in the groups so that you know we have taken a short trade on live stream. So if anyone missed the live stream, they can join tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, whenever we join. These are basically the extra trades you can take at the end of the live stream. We have another coin BSV here. No, BSV also like a slow mover. Let me just look at the volume here. Yeah, now volume is also like crazy. So XRP was the good one, and we found that like I'm happy that we found the first chart at good, and last three were like bad ones. Let me just refresh it, and now the SRP is have moved towards a strong one maybe. Where is the SRP? Yep. So SRP have moved towards strong one. So you book profits like let's say if you are in with $50, you book $25 here. Book 50%. 50% book in here, asset to entry, and let it move wherever it wanna go. So just because I'm saying you can form a bull flag here just like this, you can form like a range here, or you can start moving sideways like this, or you can form up like bull flag here, or whatever it can. It's on Ethereum BTC right now. But on the other side, on the stock market, it's not like that. You just enter a coin or a stock, and you just based on technicals, you just trade it. You can see it was a pure breakout trade. We enter on the breakout and it's going crazy. But on the crypto, it's not like that. Let me just see if we have any coin on the lower side. On week we have Power, Robo, CC, WRD, TRS. Let me just lower TRX. I don't trade coins like Power, Robo. I don't get it. Why people trade those? So we have something on the chart. Entry to every entry. Entry. What's the signal here? Let me see. What's the trade here? So this seems to be invalid just because I placed limit here and it got filled after that. So this was invalid maybe. Or let me just finish the chart. Clear the chart. On 15 minutes, you can see a volume spike. We have already RSI divergence here, the bullish one. You can long it, but I would not recommend just because of these wicks. You can see these wicks. When once you have the on the scalp side, once you have those wicks, you just skip it. That's my opinion for the like scalping. And we have here BSV is moving toward upper side. Let me look at SWE here. What's SWE doing? SRP was really great. Yep, SRP was a good setup. And after that we have, do you think X money news pump will hold and continue bullish or it just short term? It's short term pump. Look at the uni pump we got few days back. Let me just open uni here. Uni pump was crazy when we pumped crazy to the towards like $9. It was like 70% pump maybe. Yep, 108% pump. But after that, we got a dump and we are still getting dump, 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 dump. This is how it moves. So short term news are like untradeable. You should not trade those. That's what I say. Or even if you are trading, go opposite side with some information also. Justin Coin I avoid. Yep, TRS is something you can't trade. You can use it for withdrawing money. You can use it for like on the blockchain, but you can't like trade it. I don't get it. How to trade TRS? So we don't have any coin in WLD. We haven't bought WLD here. I'm looking for another trade, scalp trade. So we print some good money. No, WLD is a chop point. We are chopping here. This is not good for the trade. Wait a minute. So we have refreshment of this one, and then we have there was a coin E5. Yeah. This isn't. Yep. So this is how it formed bull flag. You can see we are just forming bull flag here. Once we break out of this zone, or actually we claim it or break it. Now it's claim or break time. If we get rejected, then we go to the downside. Otherwise, we go toward the upper side. Now this is the claim or break time. Atom almost overbought. Let me look at Atom then. Where should I open Atom? I have too many charts open. Too many charts. Let me open it here. Atom USDT. Atom is a like dead coin for like long term. If you are on which time frame it's overbought. Just because on my side it's at 55, so it's neutral. On 50 for 15 minutes it at like 60, so it's not overbought. Yep, you can say it's like around overbought. We don't have a basic divergence here, but we have a MA cross here. So let me just pull out my fib here. Maybe 0.236. This could be a setup, but maybe the RR will be too bad. Yep. So RR is 1.84. Client's RSA 15 minutes. Yep, I did around 15 minutes. They did not update it just because they update after the closings maybe. So I did it. BTC 15 minute, BTC RSA divergence. 15 minute. Yep, we are getting some divergence. You can short it, but it would be a scalp. You can see it's limit, so we skip it. I was waiting for short trade here. Where is SRP? SRP have like gone sideways. So okay, we have trimmed like 50% and move stop loss to entry is okay. So what I do, like if I end the stream, 50% moved here, 25% here, and 25% here. So we have a full 100%. And also, I was going to show this chart to you. Let me just open BTC here. And this is the most important chart I have on my trading view. Let me just open it up. You can see we have 4 hour stock, 12-hour stock, 1 day stock, and then 3 day stock. And this is at the last, this is 1 week stock. Let me just write it 1 week stock. So this is basically for swings. Whenever I want to take some BTC, I want a long BTC or I want to take BTC long or short, depend on the swings one. I use this chart. So you see, once we tap this zone, we start building our position. Like we build our position here, build our position here, then we start just dump. On same on daily, we just read the outboard zone, then we read the outboard zone on the SGF. We start building our position, and you can see we started it up. And same like they at the current market, we have reached overbought on 4 hour time frame, but on 12 hours on daily and 3 day we haven't reached yet. 3 day is about to reach, but it will take time. 1 day will take time. Also, 1 day will also take time. 12 hour will also take time, some like around 24 or 48 hours, and I will wait for it. Once they all meet the requirement of this one, let's say this, then we will short it, and you can see this was the top. That's how you trade it. And for the bottom, you can see we have a bottom on almost every chart, every stock. So that's how you watch it. This is just the simplest setup you can have. On daily time frame, you can have a look at this one. Like I sold a BTC around $109,000. 109 is around somewhere around here. You can see we're at top. We are getting from 50 hours, like 50 on the like daily one, and it's getting rejected from here, and it's getting rejected from here. You can see, and this was almost a rejection. Same thing, just like this is same as we are at today. You can see we are sitting in this sort of pattern, and this was also the same. You can see this was the same pattern here, like this. We sold over here, so this means if we go toward this one, we can actually get a similar pattern, and we dump like this. This is how market performs. And same on silver, we tap the highs, like this one we tap the highs. I saw that silver around here. I bought silver around like $79.8 with you all on the future one. So that's how you trade it. Let me look at our setups. SRP ETH5 is not our setup, so yep. So we just took SRP today, and how many hours we got it? We got maybe 1 hour. Yep, around 1 hour. You can call it around 1 hour. So that's a good setup. 50% booked. Around. Let me just check how many. It's what around 40% in the PNL with 50s leverage, and yeah, that's what the setup. The live stream for today. I'm going to end the live stream here. Thanks for joining. Good evening. Bye bye. Take care.